Hey, family members. Hope you're having a good day today. I want to tell you why it is that I believe that John Oliver got SSI and the disability system in this country, SSDI, all of that wrong, or what the episode missed. That's sort of essential to understanding the system. And so I kind of want to walk you through my process of kind of getting there to what it is that actually was kind of off about the episode. If you haven't watched my channel before, or you may not have come across something where I talked about the fact that I'm currently disabled, trying to get disability benefits, and struggling to do so. It's been about 2 years since I was last able to work. I didn't believe that I was going to be permanently disabled. I thought I was sort of doing a temporary leave of absence when I stopped working. And so I got short-term disability benefits from my work and lived off that for about 6 months, 8 months, something like that. I think they kept me on longer than they were supposed to, honestly. And then for about the next year, I live off of savings and a combination of savings and my family's generosity. And during that time, I started the process of getting Social Security, disability insurance, which I had paid into, all of my disabled life, or disabled, all my adult life, I've been working and stuff. And I got my first denial in spring, and I am awaiting my next appointment for hopefully a good decision. But I don't know when that'll be. Hopefully soon, next few months at least, I hope. And until then, my savings ran out over the summer, so I'm literally destitute. Just live off of charity from friends and family, mostly family, mostly my parents. But it's hard times. There's not a lot. I have a lot of people in my life who would like to help me, but it's not that easy. So obviously, the idea of watching the episode, I was a little bit unsure that I wanted to watch an episode by John Oliver about the subject, because I knew he would talk about a lot of hard truths with the system, and I know those truths intimately. I'm living them, and I wasn't certain that that would be good for my mental health. But sometime after I first saw the episode available to stream on YouTube, I was doing something else, and it auto-played after another video and started playing. And of course, I found myself engaged enough to keep watching until about halfway through the episode. And at that point, I just was like, there's something not right here. There's something he's missing, but I don't really know how to articulate it. And I was thinking about it later, and I realized that he was missing the most fundamental and important truth to know about the system, is that it is designed to fail. It's designed to deny. It's designed to be so complicated and so hard and so drawn out that people die or give up. And, I mean, when he's talking about the failings of the system with this, like, fundamental idea that the point of it is to really sort out disabled people from non-disabled people. And it just is so incompetent or underfunded that it can't do that in an efficient way. That premise is just wrong. It's just wrong. The system isn't designed to find a true determination if somebody is disabled or not. It's designed to find an excuse to deny benefits. It's designed to find a reason to deny. And once I realized that, I was like, I might want to make a video talking about this a bit. And I realized, well, if I'm going to do that, I do have to watch the rest of the episode, you know, just to give him a fair shake, right? And it's kind of funny because when I went back and I watched the rest of the episode, he was talking about how the system is, you know, so underfunded, and, you know, sort of giving this like implication that the reason why it messes up and thinks people aren't disabled that are is because it's underfunded, and thus, you know, the employees can't do a good job because they don't have the resources to do that. But then when he was talking about what happens after you get benefits and how, I mean, intensely closely it is policed that you would lose benefits if you have too much in your savings or have too much in your too many assets. You know, you're allowed to have a place to live, a car to drive, and $2,000 if you're a single person, which is wild. You know, that's just that's poverty. That's horrible. I can't even understand why it's like that, but that's the way it is. And how, you know, very quickly people can be, you know, denied benefits, asked for insane amounts of money back as repayment and such over, you know, these tiny little amounts of money that they have over that. And I don't know how he's talking about the system that so efficiently is able to take back money or deny money for future benefits and not see that this system is funded well enough to be efficient at something, but it's not figuring out who's disabled and who's not. If the system meant to help people, if that was the fundamental desire, was to figure out who was disabled and make sure that they had benefits, you would err on the side of giving too much, not denying too much, okay? And they clearly have shown that their priority is to deny, deny, deny. And if you don't live in absolute abject poverty while you're getting these benefits, to take. And when a person having a part-time job that makes them $1 per month too much can completely screw up their benefits, and somebody's taking the time to follow up on that and make sure that that system works, and it does work efficiently and consistently, then they have the funding to do something. And instead of using that funding to make sure that they get a clear count of who's disabled and who's not, they are spending it on making sure that people follow arbitrary rules that were set decades ago that have not been changed for inflation and are unlikely to be changed unless a whole bunch of people start calling all of their lawmakers and saying, we need to get this done, and somehow make this a national issue. And I just don't see that happening, because this has been a problem for decades and nobody seems very motivated to take care of it. And I just find it so rich in this lovely Christian nation that we have no sympathy for the sick and the weak and the disabled and the least of these. And it seems like the people who are most opposed to doing anything to help us are the people who say that they're very strict Christians. It's very strange, very strange. That's sort of a editorial aside. John Oliver, I bless you for taking the time to raise this subject. It is important, and people who are non-disabled need to discuss this. I think maybe this would have been a good time to have had some involvement directly, like on camera, in studio, of at least some disabled people. Like, the mime you got, you could have maybe found a wheelchair mime. I don't know. And maybe if you had actually, talked to us, those of us who are being failed by the system directly, instead of, using news clips where other people had done interviews, then maybe somebody might have pointed out this problem to you. Maybe it would have been easier to make that connection that the system is designed to fail, and that the fundamental assumption of good faith you were giving to the system was far too generous, unfortunately. John Oliver, the system wants me to die or give up or get an inheritance and have just a little too much money, or any number of things. It does not want to support me. It doesn't want to see me as disabled. It doesn't want to figure out if I'm disabled and if I am actually owed benefits. It doesn't want to do anything other than deny, 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 no matter what the consequences are. Even when people are homeless living under bridges like the man that you featured. Even then people are like me, who I would be homeless. And I'm medically fragile enough that I think being homeless would probably lead to me dying. And I can't be the only person that's the truth for, right? But I appreciate you taking the time. And I hope that at some point you can do a follow-up and maybe provide more nuance and more understanding about disability and disability rights. I mean, there's a lot to talk about here. I mean, you could do a whole piece about Junie Human and all the awesome things she did. I mean, there's a lot. There's a lot. And I hope that you keep talking about it. good first start, I guess, maybe. But I hope it's just the first start. Sorry. I appreciate your time on this one, family members. I I I hope everybody has a great day. Um, and if you have any disabled people in your life, make sure that you let them know that they're cool and awesome, and you are really glad that they're your friends. All right, I'll take. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Take care of yourselves. I'll talk to you later, family members. Bye.